Mastering design failure modes. Failures lurk in every design, waiting to destroy your organization's reputation. Where can we identify potential failure modes in our design, and what steps can we take to mitigate them in order to ensure that our organization achieves operational excellence, supports efficient processes, and maintains a high level of quality and reliability? To ensure operational excellence, it is crucial to identify potential failure modes and design and implement measures to mitigate them. This requires a systematic approach to identify, analyze, and mitigate potential failures in design, processes, and systems. Step 1. Identify potential failure modes. The first step is to identify potential failure modes in design through a thorough analysis of the organization's processes, systems, and products. This can be achieved by conducting a failure mode and effects analysis, FMEA. This involves identifying possible failure modes, assessing their severity, occurrence, and detection, and prioritizing them based on their risk priority number, RPN. Performing a hazard and operability study, HAZOP. This involves identifying potential hazards and operability problems in processes and systems. Conducting a root cause analysis, RCA, of past failures. This involves identifying the underlying causes of past failures and implementing corrective actions to prevent recurrence. Step 2. Analyze and prioritize failure modes. Once potential failure modes have been identified, they should be analyzed and prioritized based on their impact on the organization's operations, quality, and reliability. This involves evaluating the severity of each failure mode. This involves assessing the potential consequences of each failure mode, including the impact on customers, employees, and the environment. Assessing the likelihood of each failure mode. This involves evaluating the probability of each failure mode occurring, based on factors such as the complexity of the process, the effectiveness of controls, and the competence of personnel. Calculating the RPN. This involves multiplying the severity, occurrence, and detection ratings to obtain a RPN, which is used to prioritize failure modes. Step 3. Mitigate failure modes. Based on the analysis and prioritization of failure modes, the organization should implement measures to mitigate them. This involves implementing design changes. This involves modifying the design to eliminate or minimize the likelihood of failure modes. Implementing process changes. This involves modifying processes to reduce the likelihood of failure modes, such as implementing additional controls, checks, and balances. Implementing training and competence programs. This involves training personnel to identify and respond to failure modes, and ensuring that they have the necessary skills and competencies to perform their tasks effectively. Implementing maintenance and testing programs. This involves implementing regular maintenance and testing programs to identify and rectify potential failure modes before they occur. Step 4. Monitor and review. The organization should monitor and review the effectiveness of the measures implemented to mitigate failure modes. This involves implementing a monitoring and tracking system. This involves tracking key performance indicators, KPIs, and metrics to measure the effectiveness of the measures implemented. Conducting regular reviews and assessments. This involves conducting regular reviews and assessments to identify areas for improvement and opportunities for further risk reduction. Continuously updating and refining the FMEA. This involves continuously updating and refining the FMEA to ensure that it remains relevant and effective. Step 5. Implement a culture of operational excellence. Finally, the organization should implement a culture of operational excellence by establishing clear goals and objectives. This involves establishing clear goals and objectives that are aligned with the organization's overall strategy and objectives. Defining roles and responsibilities. This involves defining roles and responsibilities to ensure that personnel are aware of their accountabilities and responsibilities. Encouraging a culture of continuous improvement. This involves encouraging a culture of continuous improvement, where personnel are empowered to identify areas for improvement and implement changes. By following these steps, organizations can identify potential failure modes in design, analyze and prioritize them, mitigate them, monitor and review their effectiveness, and implement a culture of operational excellence. This enables organizations to achieve operational excellence, support efficient processes, and maintain a high level of quality and reliability.